Hello, post students. Today, we're going to walk step by step through the process of entering your official course request in SIS StudentVUE. I'm going to be moving pretty quickly through this process, but you can feel free to pause this video at any time to catch up and then push play when you're ready to go. In order to complete this process, you will need to log into your SIS StudentVUE account, and you should see a screen similar to what you're seeing on my screen. This is not a real student, so do not worry, no personal information is being shared. You will also need the email that you received after filling out your Poe Middle School Rising 7th or 8th grade course selection form. Google Forms sent you a copy of all of your responses, and we're going to need those later on. So make sure you have that open. The first step is to be in SIS StudentVUE and go to the main menu on the left here and select Course Request. Once you come to this page, this will say Poe Middle School, and it'll say 2021-2022 school year and the grade that you will be next year, because we are choosing courses for next year. On this page, you're going to click the blue button that says click here to change course requests. Now you should see a screen that looks similar to this. Most, if not all of you, have already been pre-registered into your health and PE classes for next year because every student takes those classes. Now we need to add all the rest of your course requests into this section. And how we're going to do that is by searching for course IDs. As you can see, there's lots of classes listed and there's lots of pages, but the easiest way to search is to type in the course ID. And we're going to find those in our email. So go back to your email, scroll down, and let's look at what math course you chose. This student chose Algebra 1. So there's a few ways you could do this. I'm going to copy and paste the code. Be sure not to get the parentheses in, and copy. Go back to course ID. You don't click course ID. You actually put your cursor next to this little magnifying glass, and then you right click, paste. And as you'll see, it updated, and there's my class, Algebra 1. So I'm going to click Add Request. And now it's up here in my course requests. So let's do that again. We're going to go back and look at what the student chose for English. They want to take English 8 honors, which is 112036. If you have a good memory, you can just go back, erase, and type 112036. And there it is, English 8 honors. And I'm going to push Add Requests. Let's go back and put in our civics. Another way to copy is to highlight the numbers and push Control-C. Then you're going to go to StudentVUE, make sure you erase the course ID that was there and let it update, and then Control-V. And there's my Civics 8 class. I'm going to push Add Request. We've got one more core class, and that's Science. And this is the code that I need. I'm going to erase, let it refresh, and then paste. And there's my Science class. So now I have my health and PE classes and all 4 of my core classes on my selected course requests. Now, every student has 2 periods for electives, and you'll use them different ways. Some people will want to have 2 year-long classes, like Spanish and band, and those are the only 2 electives they'll have the whole year. Other students might choose to have 1 year-long elective and 2 half-year electives, like chorus and art foundations and theater. Or some of you might choose to take 4 half-year electives, like engineering, Computer Solutions, Art Foundations, and Computers and Art. Those are all half-year classes, and they add up together for 2 class periods. So we're going to add our 2 class periods of electives into this requested schedule. So if I go back to my Google form to the elective section, I see that Spanish 1 is my number 1 elective. So I'm going to copy, erase, and paste. There it is, Spanish 1, add request. I'm going to go back. My second elective choice is Art Foundations, a half-year class. So I'm going to copy, erase, and paste. There's my Art Foundations, and I'm going to add the request. As a reminder, I'm not pushing enter after I paste. It just updates on its own. Now, since Art Foundations is just a half-year class, I have room for another half year. So I'm going to put in 3D art, paste, and add request. All right, so now I have a full schedule up here. I've got my 4 core classes. I've got my health and PE classes. I have a year-long Spanish class and 2 half-year elective classes, which equals up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes. So that is your ideal schedule that you are requesting. Now, for lots of reasons, you might not get exactly what you want. So we have to make sure we put in some alternates. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Let's go back. So my 4th elective choice is theater arts. So let's say I don't get into one of my elective classes, I'd be okay with theater. So I'm going to go back, paste. There's theater. Now, what I'm going to do differently is instead of adding a request, I'm going to add an alternate. See how it shows up down here? So I'm going to add my alternates in order. So my 5th choice, which would be my next alternate, is Computer Solutions. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to erase, and I'm going to paste. You guys should be good at this by now. And remember, I'm adding alternate, not request. I'm going back. My next one is engineering. Copy, erase, and paste. Adding an alternate. And then my last one is chorus. Copy, erase, and paste. Now I want to show you something. Let's say you forget and you push add request. It's showing up in the wrong place, right? So all you got to do is remove and then add alternate. And now chorus is in the correct place. We want to make sure that every student has at least 4 backups, or alternates. So you need to have 4 here. But if you want to have more, you can keep going. So I have 1 more here that's coding. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in just in case. So I'm going to copy, erase, and paste. And there's coding. And I'm going to add that as an alternate. So you can see I've got my ideal schedule up here, and then I've got my alternates down here, and they are in order. See how this says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? They're in order of theater arts at the top, all the way down to coding at the bottom. And now you are finished. You've done everything you need to do, and you can return back to this page just to make sure everything is there. But you have officially put your course requests in SIS. If you are having trouble, your counselors and even your teachers have done this plenty of times. So they are here to help. Just raise your hand and someone will help you. Thanks, guys.